Chinny, how'd you feel about your game the other night? You've had a day or two to think about it. How'd you feel about the way you played?
Yeah, I feel pretty good, but yeah, I have a couple of bad moments on the zone. But take a look, we figure out what I need to do, and yeah, and I think I need more better.
Do you think having played that one game now up here will help you tonight and in further games as you go along?
Yeah, for sure. I feeling more better every game because I didn't play a long time, and yeah, I think every game I feel better.
You seemed like you jumped right into the game the other night, like you had an opportunity early in the game. Was that your enthusiasm for being up here and playing at the NHL level finally?
Yeah, for sure. But I miss it to play hockey. Yeah, and first game, I want to be ready on it every day.
How comfortable are you playing with guys like Marchenko and Voronkov? And it seemed like there was 4 Russians out there on the power play at one point today. Is that nice for you guys?
Yeah, of course we can create some situation and we can talk in Russian. But yeah, we need a guy number 5. We asked about the Terry on a bumper. Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, of course that's comfortable because we all talk in Russian and we can create more moment. And we need who's 5? Tex or Dames or something. We need to talk to him too, but yeah, we feel comfortable.
Put Terry at the bumper.
Yeah. He have a big stick, yeah. Probably that's the good idea.
Funny how things work out, I guess, right? How great is it to be back here at home and be back in the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, I think no matter where it is, I'm just excited to be back in the lineup. And obviously, I had a bonus that it's here in my hometown and home area, friends and family. So, just excited to get back in and do what I can do.
I know you've put a lot of work in away from the ice. Does that just make a night like tonight even more special for you?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not necessarily been easy. I don't think anyone could say that, but you just got to show up. Do your work, do what you can to get better, and time's going to come. So when it comes, you have to take advantage.
Nothing?
Anybody else?
No, I did want to ask you, just getting into the game for the first time this year and for a long time, you have to make sure that you just don't try to do too much. Just go back and do the things that you're always doing, the things you've been practicing on doing. Don't do anything different just because you're getting this first crack this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of ways you could look at it. I think the biggest thing is just playing your strengths. I know what I do well, and getting engaged physically early, little things like that'll get me into it, and obviously all those little things. But yeah, just make the play in front of you, little things like that, and obviously it's been a little bit, so once you get a couple touches, then you'll be good.
Looks like a couple lineup changes for tonight. What kind of spark are you looking for there?
Well, it's not necessarily a spark. I wouldn't put it that way. They deserve to come back in the lineup. We were looking at, we evaluate our guys, practices in the gym, their habits around the team, being a good teammate and all of that. And Andrew Peeke is a guy that does everything right. And RD were playing well, and they're still playing well. Yerichek is coming out. Does he deserve to come out? No, but we're excited. I mean, we were looking at the stats, and there's only 5 defensemen in the league that are at his age. So he's a very special player, and we spoke to him this morning. He's all good. We're going to work him hard today on the ice. He's going to skate, and then there's going to be a good workout for him. He's still a young defenseman, and we're very excited to have him. But those games don't define his career, right, over time. But for Andrew Peeke, he's working hard. We told him, don't be a distraction. We know you're not happy about not playing. He's a veteran. And just keep your head down, keep pushing hard, be a good teammate, keep being Andrew Peeke, and at some point the opportunity will come. And we felt tonight was the right time. And Olivier, same thing there. I mean, even the last game that he's played, he was really good. But we have to make those hard decisions. We're healthy, and we're playing against a heavy team tonight. They're composed of men, and they went to the finals last year. They're extremely well coached. It's a good veteran team. They know how to win. They're really good in their one-on-one battles, and we needed some muscles on the ice.
You talk about coaching right there. How much did you learn from Paul Maurice, and how much are you looking forward to this matchup tonight, just because of what a mentor he must have been for you?
He's unreal. He's to me, he's the best coach in the NHL. I've always felt that way. He's a smart man. He's a good hockey brain. He's a student of the game. He's respectful. He gives a lot to his assistant coaches. I've learned a ton with next to Paul Maurice, and every day was something new. And so I've learned a lot. And he's a good friend of mine, a real good friend. I care for him a lot. But when the puck's going to drop, we're opponents, and he's going to do his job, and I'm going to do my job, and it's about winning.
Did you feel like that you needed to talk to Johnny after last game?
Oh yeah, we always do, and so that's a problem when you have a day off after a game like this. I don't want to bother him. It's their day off, but I wish I could have spoken to him yesterday. I didn't. I just wanted to leave him alone. I mean, Johnny is a professional. We need Johnny Gaudreau, and last game we didn't like it. I didn't like it. I made the decision that I've made, and we're moving forward. There was a moment where it was a critical moment in the game. I decided to make that decision because we felt it was the right decision. But then it's in the past. So I spoke to Johnny. We're good to go. He's a guy that we rely on quite a bit. I mean, Johnny is a guy that will dictate quite a bit how far this team's going to go. So we need him back in the lineup. And so we were honest. We had a good chat. He was honest with me, and that's what I like. That's what I expect. And what I really like is the fact that it was a hard moment for him and for the team. I mean, I know that. I mean, at that moment, we need Johnny on the ice, but he's not playing the way we think he can play. But then what do? So we had a conversation. He was honest. I'm honest, and then we move forward, and that's it. We learn from it. So I think I have to believe Johnny's going to be good tonight.
Yeah. Do you feel like, I mean, he obviously has not gotten off to the start that probably he wants to get off to as far as production-wise, and maybe some other ways too. But did you think that can easily leak into a guy's game sometimes, can it?
Yeah, it
When you're
could.
frustrated.
It could. Like we talked about it before, it could. You could start cheating the game on the offensive side to create more offense, and then that's not what he did. And that's he had some chances. He had a lot of chances, and he's just not finishing. I want him to stay confident and composed, but there's an element of, for Johnny, everybody's good at one or two things, and Johnny, it's moving his feet, and you can think the reason why he didn't play was the turnovers or all of it. It's not. I'm not going to set a guy because he turns the puck over once or twice even. A guy like Johnny touches the puck every shift. So he's going to turn the puck over more than anybody else, obviously, because he's touching the puck every shift. It was about the routes. It was about the moving his feet. It was just a few things, and it happens at times. It doesn't mean that Johnny is not one of the best players in the league. He is. But for him to create offense, he's got to keep moving his feet, and we've seen it in the past. So we're all good to go, and we don't want him to cheat the game. We just don't. It's going nowhere. We're trying to set different standards here, and he's a big piece of it.
Yeah, getting back to your decisions, obviously on lineups and having a fully healthy team for the most part, other than Patrick. That's so radically different than it was last year. I mean, last year there was so many injuries. You were here, you knew what it was like. Yeah. What is that like to be able to just kind of have? I don't want to say luxury, but you can pick who you want to play. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about it because they're not injured.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy it while it lasts because we know it won't. Yeah. It's not like all the teams are getting hit at some point by injuries, so we're going to enjoy it. But it gives us the ability to practice a little bit harder because you have all of your guys. You have more, the ratio from rest to skate is a little bit bigger, so you can push them a little bit more. Everybody gets involved, and it creates that internal competition that we're looking for. If you don't play up to your standards, you're not going to play. So it's, but some games, against the Tampa Bay Lightning, everybody's playing well, so nobody deserves to sit out, so you don't make many changes in your lineup, but that's where we want to be. So everybody deserves to play. We just have to make those hard decisions.
Just to clarify, Eric didn't practice, but he's in.
Yeah, he is.
After looking at the tape the other night, did you see anything more that you liked out of Chinakhov's game the other night?
Well, he was skating. He was driving pucks to the net. I really like this game. I think that's the energy level. So we need to be careful here. So he comes back, this emotional level is really high. So is he going to sustain that? We hope so. It's going to dip a little bit, so that's human nature. But we want to keep it as high as possible for Chini. But I really like this game. He was skating, he was shooting the puck, he was involved, he was confident with the puck. I liked his poise. That play where he enters the zone in the third period, a nice DLA because the room behind the D is not there, just a DLA feed Sillinger in the slot. That's an elite NHL play. So we know he's got tremendous potential. So we want to, same thing like Johnny, for Chinakhov, he's got powerful legs. He's a powerful man. He needs to skate like he did. So when he does that, he's really good for us.
Elvis tonight?
Yep.